Criswell, we are here at the Vic where there was a playoff classic tonight. LC Bird beating Highland Springs 25-23 on a Keaton Riley 32-yard field goal with 1:11 to go. Now, before we get to the game, Gary Criswell here, sartorial splendor for the playoffs. Looking good, my man.
Yeah, but the Lombardi look on the sideline, I didn't realize I was going to bring the ice bowl with me. God, it's cold, and I think the elements were a factor in the game tonight.
Sophomore kicker, though, just came up huge with that field goal.
I was saying, what are they going to run on 4th and 6? And they tried the field goal kicker out there, and you had to tell me that he was 3 for 3, and he had kicked one a little bit longer than that. And the minute it went off his foot, I knew it was the winner.
Yep, and so that was the field goal. That was the winner. The Skyhawks find a way. A lot of heroes tonight for LC Bird. J.B. Wright came in 130 yards second half. Jalen Elliott, both sides of the ball. Deshaun Dorsey, 2 big fourth-quarter interceptions. And Rashard Ashby, of course, playmaker all over the field, 13 tackles.
Both of these teams get things done in so many different ways. You have no choice but to put out a total team effort to really defeat them. And I think that both teams did a good job. It was a high-spirited game, but it was very, very clean. It was maybe the cleanest game we've seen this year. A lot of respect between these two programs, and the coaches did a great job in preparing.
Huge win for the Skyhawks to close the book on the Springers. 11-1, great year, great team for Coach Lauren Johnson.
Young quarterback, losing a couple of skilled players. They have a tendency to recycle them. I think they're on the right track. You can be very excited for Highland Springs. They'll remain a factor in 5A playoffs for a long time.
So congratulations to Lauren Johnson and the Springers on a great year. But the Skyhawks move on in 5A South, and next week we'll face the Hermitage Panthers. Forget all those Johnny-come-latelys. It's Hermitage and Bird yet again. Let's first talk about the Panthers going over to Manchester and impressively winning by a couple of touchdowns.
And the Lancers caught Hermitage team that's just playing at a really high level right now. They look rejuvenated with Rashard Robinson back at quarterback. They've hit their stride well. They've got he's even. I'll be interested to see if their free safeties return and he's having to go both ways, which will be fair enough because Jalen Elliott's doing the same thing for Lloyd C. Bird. It's a little old school,
tit for tat.
The way things are played, the way the two-way system is played. So I think that for Manchester, they can be really proud, but we kind of felt like that Hermitage, with their playoff experience and all, probably had a little bit of an edge. And, of course, the fact they have a very, very dynamic tailback where Manchester was missing their 1-2 punch at tailback, only having the red zone player in their pound cake. That game pretty much turned out the way I thought it would. I thought it might be a little bit closer, but Hermitage controlled it throughout.
Okay, in 6A, James River, you talk about a coach that's done a great job. Greg DeFrancesco has made that team better and better and better. They beat Cosby tonight, and they're on to the 6A South Final Four and a trip down to the 7-5-7 next week.
We remarked during the broadcast what kind of proposition bet could you have gotten after Manchester select them during the regular season that James River would be in the playoffs at least 1 week longer than Manchester. Listen, this is why this is a great sport. When guys come together, he's got Franchell Smith over there who has been around some winning programs. Don't let the stint at Glen Island fool you. And that's adds more stability and a different skill set, knowledge set to the coaching staff. And Greg's done a great job hanging in there, and now the community's back behind him. I'm very, very happy for him and his team.
Now, in 4A, Hanover, great year, young team, falls short at Heritage. Derek Stout did a great job. Dinwiddie falls short tonight and playing Lake Taylor. No shame in that. But the Monacan Chiefs dismantle Phoebus, and Jim Henderson has the Chiefs into the 4A South Final Four.
And they'll be dangerous against Hermitage. Heritage. I think that's going to be it's an away game, but the Chiefs are hot. And again, both them, James River, especially James River, but Monica and James River are playing with beyond house money. They're playing with the next door neighbor's money.
That's right. So Monacan 10-2 now and hasn't lost since September. The back-to-back losses to Bird and Manchester, and the Chiefs haven't lost since. It's going to be interesting to see how they do down at Heritage next week. We will have that Bird Hermitage game for you on 96.1 The Planet next Friday night, Black Friday, because of Virginia Tech on Fox Sports 910. The winner of that game will go to the 6A South Championship against a team from the beach. We'll have that game for you on 910 on Friday, December 5th. We've got high school football covered for you on your home of high school football, Fox Sports 910. He's Gary Criswell. I'm Gary Hess.